Hi, group number threes. Welcome to this week's reading. This week we are doing a reading called The Four Powers. The card that brought you guys in today is this one. It is a courtroom scene, I think, with a hag who is shaped like a shark chasing a knight, and a king and queen in the background drinking tea? I don't know. And then you got this rune here. This rune is Lugas, which represents water, potential, and desire and energy. So that's what brought you guys in today. Today I am using my Adventure Zone, my Adventure Time tarot deck. I'm gonna be honest, I have not watched all of the Adventure Time series, but I am working on it so that I can better understand all of the symbolism in these cards. But I do love these cards because they fit so well in my hands, and they interviewed really well. So that is the deck I'm using today, and the spread that I'm using today is called The Four Powers. The first card that you will see is called The Path. This is where you are called to tread. Then we'll have a card that crosses the path, which shows me the obstacles that will arise. And then we'll talk about the four powers, which are to know, to dare, to will, and to keep silent. So let's do it. Guides of group number 3. Oh my. Would you please give me all the information you can for my group number 3s. Ooh, I just got some water stuck in my throat. You guys must be my water pile for sure. Thank you. I feel like you guys are also having like a hard time communicating. I don't know why. That's just what's coming up for me right now. You have a desire to communicate, but it seems to not be being taken the way you want it to be. At least that's what I'm feeling with this like shark chasing energy that's going on. Okay, so let's just start and see what happens. So this first card, this represents the path where you are called to tread. And the card you guys got is the 10 of Wands. The 10 of Wands. So you guys, your path that the universe has put in your way is one of a lot. There's a lot going on. There's a lot to do. There's a lot to handle. There's just a lot. The universe is saying you can accomplish a lot, so they're giving you a lot. It's not to torture you. It's not to make you miserable. It's because you are a being of power, so they're giving you a lot. Sometimes it may feel like a burden, but it's the path that has been put before you. So the next card, this is what lies across. These are the obstacles that might arise, and we have the 9 of Coins. Now this is interesting because the 9 of Coins she's kind of like a sister card to both the Empress and the Queen of Pentacles. She's the lady of the manor is how we describe her sometimes. And as an obstacle though, I feel like the obstacle that might arise for you guys is getting too comfortable, getting too set in a place with certain people, with certain ideals, being too not content. That's not the word I want. Too passive, too letting life happen to you instead of participating in life. Putting up your little walls around your house and never going outside of those walls. That is a big obstacle for somebody who has so much to do. Like, the universe has a lot they would like you to see you accomplish because they know that you have these abilities. But if you get too stagnant, if you stop and wait for too long, those opportunities to complete those dreams, to change the world, they are going to pass you by. Because you have walled yourself up in a place you are comfortable and said this is enough, when there's so much more out there for you. So let's move on to the powers. Next, this card talks about to know, the power to know. What will be learnt on this path of too much stuff? Oh, we have the Ten of Swords. Yeah, okay. We have the Ten of Swords, you guys. This is the death card of the pip cards. But this is a very cheeky death card. As you can see, even though this guy is stabbed with 10 swords, he seems to be doing just fine. So what are we going to learn along this path of so much stuff, of so much to do? We're going to learn when it's time to let something go. We're also going to learn how to roll with change. We're going to learn how to just take it in stride. We're going to learn how to not let anything faze us, really. You're going to learn that this change might not be so bad. We're going to learn that change is the vehicle for forward movement. It is the vehicle for our dreams coming true. So change is not to be feared, it is to be celebrated. That's what we're going to learn along this crazy ass journey that we're on. We're going to learn that change is good. Nothing changes if nothing changes. So let's do a bunch of change. So the next card here is to dare. In what ways do you need to express courage? So we have the Three of Swords. I love this for you guys. So I have this feeling that the reason why we've built up walls and become comfortable is because we've been hurt in the past. So we don't want to be hurt anymore. And that's fair. But it's time to dare. It's time to put our heart back out on the line and not be so afraid that it might get hurt. Because fear is hurting you already. The fear is keeping you isolated already. And yes, you might not get hurt in the way that maybe you have been hurt in the past, but also nothing good will happen either. If you just stay in one place, nothing great can happen. Like, yes, spirit can make anything happen wherever you are, but it's gonna take way longer than if you took the courage to step out with your full heart and do something that you care about. Yes, it's scary. I am not minimizing that. Putting your heart out there, whether it's in love or in a passion that you really care about, or doing something that you've never done before, that's really scary. And I'm not trying to minimize that at all. But if you don't take the risk and do it, then nothing good comes of that either. You know what I mean? I hope so. So the next card is to will. This is where you should place your focus. So we have the Ace of Swords. Yes. New ideas, new thought, new paths, new expression, new ways of speaking, new ways of communicating, new ways of thinking, new thought patterns. breaking down old ways of doing things and deciding that's not okay for the new me, that's not okay for my new path, and changing behavior. Yes. New things. Nothing changes if nothing changes. That is like a huge message for you guys. Out with the old, in with the new. We need new habits. We need new ways of speaking. We need new ways of understanding ourselves. And if I'm honest, therapy. That's what this card is screaming to me. Therapy. Delving deep into self in therapy. Seeing the harmful habits that have crossed our path. And finding new ways to do things. That should be your focus. Because going down this path of a lot to accomplish, we can't do it if we're a broken person. We can't do it if we don't understand ourselves or if we have negative ways of viewing ourselves. And the only way to upset negative self-think is to replace it with something else, with positive self-talk and positive habits. And that takes time. It does. It takes a long time. Still working on it for me. So like, it takes a while, but it is so worth it. Okay, last but not least, this card is the power to keep silent. How should you show restraint? And the card we have here is strength. I love this, especially for you guys, because your path is a lot. There's a lot going on. There's a lot happening. It is important to reserve your strength. It is important to take care of self. It is important to understand when you are overwhelmed. It is important to learn what we do when we're feeling overwhelmed so that we can circumvent any problems, any negative reactions, so that we can take care of ourselves before we get to a breaking point, before we explode at somebody we love, before we throw in the towel of the thing we love. It is important to reserve our strength and know when it is depleted. And know when to stop and regain strength. Yes, that's all I want to say on that. So, last but not least, I am going to shuffle my Blessed Bee deck. I know I just used this one, but I love it so much. So I'm going to pull one blessing for you guys, my group number 3s, and that will be your reading. So let's do it. Guides of group number 3s, would you please give me one card that will bless my group number 3s as they go down this journey of a lot of change, a lot of self-discovery, and change, lots of change. Please give us one blessing, guides of group number 3s. It's this one. Ooh, I love it. Guys, you got card number 23, a blessing of protection. A blessing of protection. I'm going to read this one to you guys out of the book. So, let me just look it up. All right. Card 23. Excuse me. All right. Card 23, a blessing of protection. A blessing to shield and safeguard you against harsh circumstances, people, or even weather. May the blessing of an ancient sword be yours, held high and shining, subduing all who may through intent or simple destructive force do you harm. May a great shield be held above you, so that when arrows rain down on you, they may glance off, leaving you untouched, unharmed, but with the great, glad, fierce joy of life given to you again. May the protection of the land beneath you be yours, so that your feet are firm on the good earth, and all good food rises and finds its way to your table again and again. May your home, your creatures, your children, and all who dwell within your walls be sheltered and encircled with the light of the bright flame by the goddess. And let nothing that could harm you pass. And if you leave your home, let the path you walk be starred with blessings, so that each touch of the earth upon your feet is gentle and safe and certain. May the rowan tree grow strong above you, and beneath her branches may there be protection. And with those gentle leaves come the blessing of kindness, tolerance, acceptance, and the embrace of nature and her medicine within you. May the cloak of the goddess be about you, keeping you warm and safe, shielded and sheltered, hidden from those who would do you harm, comforted and encouraged to keep going. For beneath her shield, with her sword held high, within the circle of blue flame, and with her blessing upon your path, you are protected and blessed. And from this you must know how precious and beloved you are to her. Blessed be. I love that for you guys. Well, group number 3, this is all I'm seeing for you. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you have a blessed everything. I can't wait to see you on the next reading. This was Pan. Bye, you guys.